Hi there, everyone. I thought I'd come to you all with a plant oracle this week, and I've already thrown the plants and the runes, and this reading is indicative of a soulmate relationship. So please follow, and subscribe, and share this with others if it resonates. So, as I stated, there's something about in this plant oracle a soulmate from the past, and whether there is something that's going to be spoken or integrated, or someone could possibly be reflecting on a soulmate from the past and speaking about a soulmate. That is significant in this reading. And I have to tell you, I processed this reading out with a group already, and next time I'll come to you with one completely live. But I'm going to continue pulling some cards. I've already pulled some information on this soulmate, so you're just going to have to trust me. First card I received was Queen of Cups. So whether this soulmate is a Queen of Cups, I actually got two, or there's a need to trust your intuition, embodying your intuition, your feminine side, that receiving side. In one of the cards, the cup is open, one is closed, but looking more deeply into the situation related to the soulmate, reflecting, integrating a truth is significant. So, and if you follow me on Instagram, you see this week there has been a big theme of the sword and the stone, and Clarent, if I'm pronouncing that properly, when the sword that is removed from the stone is actually the sword of peace. It's not Excalibur. Depending on different traditions, it is not a sword used in war, except Mordred, I think later, depending on the story, if I had that right. We won't go there. That's a little dark, but it is a sword of peace. So there's peace with some type of truth related to this intuition, whether it's an intuitive feminine or it's actually following your intuition. And there may have been some type of betrayal in the past, heartbreak. 3 may be significant, like a shot right to the heart. And not only do we have an Ace of Swords, we also had a beginning of inspiration. So there's some type of inspiration that either sprung forth from the soulmate from the past, or a book may be significant. There's some type of spring energy. And this, one last card for this part of the oracle, this soulmate, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's hard with my lights there. It's a twin soul. I don't know if you can read it anyway. There's some twin soul features, twin flame features with this relationship. One soul, two bodies. Something's eternal, unbreakable. So let's use my Crow Tarot and ask anything else we need to know about this soulmate relationship. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so there may be an incoming message from someone charming. I can't help but see it, but I always get at the volleyball. I always get Winston from, is it Castaway? I always want to say it's Lost, but I'm getting that feeling. Someone charming. Knight of Cups. Someone, they're in touch with their emotions. They're charming. They can be a little bit moody, can be vain, but a message is of significance. So someone may be holding back a message, holding something close to their heart, and a Knight of Cups is significant. So let's continue on here. And I want to tell you, overall, a spirit does present in this reading. And this spirit, and we'll talk about maybe who the spirit was, is speaking of there's some type of renewal. Whether something is vibrant, there is some type of renewal, and things that were once stuck are flowing, are now, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, so it's a little bit of throat blockage here. They're flowing. They're now moving. So there's something prosperity, and there's something vibrant. There's some type of vibrancy that is significant. It seems like even the feminine is getting on board with it, and spirit is pointing to this. So maybe something's been masking, whether it is a feminine masking or spirit is highlighting that there's some type of renewal energy in this reading. The masculine and feminine, I'm just looking at some of my notes here, are in the 5D together. It seems like a truth was covered, and I cannot believe that I actually have a doorbell ringing, which no one ever comes by. We're just going to let it ring because I can't answer the door right now because I'm doing a reading. Anyway, continuing on. Let's talk about this. The feminine is climbing on board with this. The masculine is close by. And all of this action springs forth from the direction, which I believe is in one of my prior readings on Instagram, related to truth, related to the sword of truth. And it's almost, time is circular. So it seems like a lot of this vibrant, this energy is springing forth from that. But it's related to something in the past that is actually, whether it's reoccurring or it's happening now. I'm so sorry. My energy is being pulled by whoever is at my door. Anyway, we are going to move on here. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, I got to pull my energy back. Thank you for your patience. Moving on, let's talk about spirit here. With spirit, they're calling to mind, there's a need for celebration. So maybe you're celebrating something vibrant in your life. And we have the Sun card here. So I have 3 of Cups energy, the Sun. There's happiness. I have a lot of major arcana. The Star. There's healing. There's a need to celebrate happiness, healing. For some of you, depending on where you live, or moving into a holiday season, a commitment, whether it's higher love, higher learning. And there may be some type of obsessive thoughts, something on the mind over and over again. But Spirit is bringing this to light. So tell me a little bit more about this. Show me. So many cards. I'm just going to go with this one that came up. There's movement. And it's so funny. I was just listening to, is it Hosier Movement, that song, When You Move. So it's almost like something is moving when something else moves. And as I was listening to that, it's so funny because I was looking at this oracle thinking, I don't see any chariot energy, but here it is. So when you move, I move. And there's something about Jonah here. And I meant to look it up before I came online here to talk with you all about this. Jonah may be significant. There's some type of defeat. And I have this card with my afternoon reading. Someone it's related to One Ring Circus. So there feels like maybe there's an ending, something's completely over, and now there's an opportunity for renewal. Someone may feel like they're a One Ring Circus, but even as a One Ring Circus, we realize that we're interdependent on one another. And let me grab all these. These are way too many. I don't think I should go over all of them, but let's go over these 2 that fell closest to my chair. Yeah, someone's waiting. So ships are coming in. Some type of waiting, trying to find balance. Let's just look at them all. The King of Cups is significant. A Queen of Swords. There's truth here. And I'm talking more characters-wise. Overthinking, feeling trapped when you're not. And there's an opportunity presented by a page, so Earth sign. That's a lot of information, but I have the Chariot. There's the Sun, the Star, the Hierophant, the Chariot here, Spirit. So funny. And that song is significant, When You Move. That's significant. It's almost like someone's next move is based on someone else's move. So there's some type of strategy, but there's also some type of observation here. Spirit wants you to know that. Okay, moving on. Just laughing that someone came to my door. Anyway, 3. Let's go to the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is covered up. Like Spirit sort of on top of all of this. Tell me a little bit more about the heart of the matter and a partnership. So whether something's being covered up about a partnership,